When most people hear run-of-the-mill, they assume it's just another serene George Harrison ballad, calm, meditative, and full of quiet wisdom. But beneath that gentle melody lies something far more cutting, a restrained but unmistakable strike at John Lennon and Paul McCartney. George wrote Run-of-the-Mill in late 1969, at the exact moment the Beatles were tearing themselves apart. What had once been brotherhood and creativity had soured into bitter disputes over business, control, and pride. Lennon and McCartney were locked in a power tug-of-war, and George, forever the quiet Beatle, found himself pushed to the sidelines, unseen and unappreciated. Rather than add fuel to the chaos with public outbursts, George did what he always did best. He turned his emotions into music. This time, though, his songwriting carried a quiet defiance. When he sang about how everyone has the choice of when to raise their voices, it wasn't a philosophical musing. It was a pointed remark. He was essentially telling John and Paul, "You can keep arguing. I'm done." The song carries a haunting mix of sorrow and release. It's a farewell to lost friendships, to the harmony that fame and ego had destroyed. Run-of-the-Mill isn't an angry song. It's a weary acceptance of the inevitable, a realization that peace might only come once he steps away. When All Things Must Pass arrived in 1970, this track quietly stood apart. It didn't accuse anyone directly, but those who understood the Beatles' implosion could feel exactly who it was about. George wasn't complaining. He was closing a chapter. What makes Run-of-the-Mill so devastatingly beautiful is its restraint. George never points fingers, yet every lyric drips with heartbreak, disillusionment, and the courage to move on. It's tender, elegant, and brutally honest all at once. In the end, Run-of-the-Mill was more than a song. It was George Harrison's declaration of independence. While Lennon and McCartney battled it out in the spotlight, George let his melody speak for him. And that's what made his message cut so deep. Because sometimes the loudest truth isn't shouted in anger. It's whispered by the one everyone failed to hear.